If your humidifier stops working, even though there's water in the tank and even though you've cleaned the vaporizer with vinegar and water, there are two other likely causes. First, check the float. Turn off and unplug your humidifier and remove the tank. The float should move up and down freely. If it doesn't, remove the float and scrape off any limescale or mineral deposits until it can slide up and down freely. Then replace the float. Here's that vaporizer that needs cleaning with vinegar, water, and a small brush. If your vaporizer is clean and the float is working properly, the problem is likely mineral buildup clogging the water line that leads from the tank to the vaporizer. You will need to clear the line. If your humidifier has a water filter, remove it. Then empty the excess water. Be careful not to let water flow into the fan area. Turn the unit over and remove the screws to gain access to the inside. My Bionaire humidifier has 5 Phillips head screws. If the screws are recessed, you may have to tip the unit right side up and shake it a bit to get them out. Use a putty knife to gently pry up the edges and remove the base. This is the water line that needs to be cleared. From the top side, the water flows here from the tank into the vaporizer reservoir. Lift out the fan assembly and set it aside. Next, remove the 2 screws that hold the black housing in place. Now unclamp the unit and slide the clamps down the hose lines. Be sure to disconnect the clamps that are on top, not the ones near the base. If needed, you can always use a pair of needle nose pliers. Unplug the 2 wires attached to the unit. These heat up the water line whenever the warm mist setting is selected. Press the flexible plastic clip on the side of the plug and pull the plug out gently. Slide the hoses off, being careful not to damage them. Remove the unit. Unscrew and remove the black plastic housing. Note how the metal pipe is positioned inside. Remove the pipe. Mineral deposits have clogged the line so much that little, if any, water can move through it. Using gloves, a power drill, and starting with a small bit, begin grinding out the mineral deposits. Be mindful that the bit may catch, grab, and turn the pipe. That's why you need to use a glove and why you need to drill slowly. Putting the pipe in a vise could damage the delicate electrical components. Use progressively larger bits and keep drilling. See there? The bit can catch the pipe and cut your hand. Be careful. I also used a round file to clean out the pipe as much as I could. Clean out any mineral deposits in the hoses with a cotton swab. Put the pipe back in the black housing, making sure the pipe is positioned so that the housing will fit easily over the pipe. Line it up. Make sure the wires are on the correct ends. Latch the top. Make sure it closes easily. And secure with a screw. Now reattach the hoses. This can be tricky as they fit snugly, so take your time. Make sure the hoses are on all of the way. Before reclamping the hoses, screw the black housing in place. Now reclamp the hoses. Turn the clamp sideways so the base will fit when you reattach it. Reattach the blue wires. Press until you hear a click. Slip the fan back into place. Making sure the base is lined up correctly, put it on and screw it back together. If it doesn't seem to fit, a hose clamp is probably sticking up too high or the base is not positioned correctly. Put your humidifier back together, plug it in, and voila, humidity. Just don't forget to replace the filter like I did.